You start trading stocks or cryptocurrencies, one of the first decisions you'll face is how to place your order. The two most common types are market orders and limit orders. Each has its own advantages and potential drawbacks, and understanding the difference is key to making smart trading decisions. In this video, we'll break down what each order type means, how they work, and when you might want to use one over the other. Let's start by understanding what an order is in the context of trading. Order is simply an instruction you give to your broker or trading platform to buy or sell a security. Orders are the foundation of all trading activity, and they come in various forms. The two most popular are market orders and limit orders. Each type serves a different purpose and can affect the price you pay or receive, as well as how quickly your trade is executed. Let's dive deeper into the first type, the market order. Market order is the simplest type of order. When you place a market order, you're telling your broker to buy or sell a security immediately at the best available current price. This means your order will be filled quickly, but you might not know the exact price until after the trade is executed. Market orders are great when you want to ensure your trade happens fast, especially in highly liquid markets where prices don't change drastically in seconds. Market orders are popular because of their speed. If you want to buy or sell a stock right away, a market order is your best bet. This is especially useful in fast-moving markets or when you're dealing with highly traded stocks. You don't have to worry about your order not being filled, as it will almost always go through instantly. However, this speed comes with some trade-offs, which we'll discuss next. While market orders are fast, they don't guarantee the price you'll get. In volatile markets, the price can change in the split second between when you place your order and when it's filled. This is called slippage. If you're buying, you might pay a bit more than you expected. If you're selling, you might get a bit less. This lack of price control is the main downside of market orders. Limit order is a bit more sophisticated. With a limit order, you set the maximum price you're willing to pay when buying, or the minimum price you're willing to accept when selling. The order will only be executed if the market reaches your specified price or better. This gives you more control over the price, but it also means your order might not be filled if the market doesn't hit your target. Limit orders are perfect for traders who want more control over the price they pay or receive. By setting your own price, you avoid the risk of slippage. This is especially useful in volatile markets or when trading less liquid stocks. If you're patient and willing to wait for the right price, a limit order can help you get a better deal. However, there's a catch, which we'll cover in the next scene. Main downside of limit orders is that they might not be filled at all. If the market never reaches your specified price, your order will remain open and unexecuted. This can be frustrating if you're eager to complete a trade. In fast-moving markets, prices can move away from your limit before your order is filled, leaving you on the sidelines. Say you want to buy shares of a popular company. The current price is $100 per share. You place a market order and your broker buys the shares at the best available price. If the market is stable, you might get them at $100. But if prices are moving fast, you could end up paying $101 or $102. The key point is that your order is filled instantly, but the price may vary slightly. Now imagine you want to buy the same stock, but only if the price drops to $98. You place a limit order at $98. If the stock falls to that price, your order will be filled. If it doesn't, your order stays open. This way you control the price you pay, but there's no guarantee the trade will happen if the market never reaches your limit. Market orders are best when you need to buy or sell immediately. If you're trading highly liquid stocks or assets and price changes are minimal, a market order ensures your trade goes through right away. This is especially useful during times of high volume or when reacting quickly to news or events. Just remember, you might pay a little more or get a little less than expected. Limit orders are ideal when you want to control the price of your trade. If you're not in a rush and are willing to wait for a specific price, a limit order is the way to go. This is especially helpful in volatile markets or when trading less liquid assets. You set your price and wait for the market to come to you. Liquidity refers to how easily an asset can be bought or sold without affecting its price. Highly liquid markets like major stocks or currencies usually have small price differences between buy and sell orders. In these markets, market orders work well because prices don't move much. In less liquid markets, prices can jump, making limit orders more attractive for price control. Volatility measures how much prices move in a short period. In highly volatile markets, prices can swing quickly, increasing the risk of slippage with market orders. Limit orders help protect you from these sudden changes by letting you set your own price. However, in calm markets, market orders are usually safe and efficient. The order book is a real-time list of buy and sell orders for a security. Market orders are matched with the best available orders in the book, while limit orders are added to the book at your chosen price. Understanding the order book helps you see where your order fits and how likely it is to be filled quickly. Slippage happens when the price you expect for a trade is different from the price you actually get. This is common with market orders, especially in fast-moving or illiquid markets. Limit orders help you avoid slippage by only executing at your set price or better, but they might not be filled at all. Sometimes, a limit order might only be partially filled if there aren't enough shares available at your chosen price. The rest of your order stays open until more shares become available or you cancel the order. This is less common with market orders, which are usually filled in full right away. Limit orders often come with expiry options. You can set them to expire at the end of the trading day after a certain period or keep them open until canceled. Market orders, on the other hand, are executed immediately and don't have expiry settings. Choosing the right expiry can help you manage your trading strategy. Besides market and limit orders, there are also stop orders. A stop order becomes a market order once a certain price is reached. This can help you limit losses or lock in profits. While not the focus of this video, it's good to know about stop orders as another tool in your trading toolkit. Your choice between market and limit orders should depend on your trading goals. If speed is your priority, market orders are the way to go. If price control matters more, limit orders are better. Think about what's most important for your situation before placing a trade. Both market and limit orders can have trading fees, but sometimes brokers charge differently depending on the order type. Market orders might incur higher costs in volatile markets due to slippage, while limit orders could have lower costs if filled at your set price. Always check your broker's fee structure before trading. The size of your order can affect how it's filled. Large market orders can move the price, especially in less liquid markets. Limit orders for large amounts might take longer to fill or only fill partially. Consider breaking up large trades or using limit orders to manage price impact. Emotions can influence your order choice. In moments of panic or excitement, traders often use market orders to act quickly, sometimes leading to poor prices. Limit orders can help you stick to your plan and avoid emotional decisions. Always take a moment to think before placing an order. Many traders use automated systems or trading bots to place orders. These systems often rely on limit orders to execute trades at specific prices. Market orders can also be used for quick execution, but automation helps remove emotion and stick to a strategy. Understanding order types is key to using automation effectively. You can often modify or cancel limit orders if the market changes or your strategy shifts. Market orders, once placed, are executed instantly and can't be changed. This flexibility makes limit orders useful for adapting to new information or changing market conditions. Limit orders are visible in the order book, showing other traders your intent to buy or sell at a certain price. Market orders, however, are not visible until they're executed. This visibility can influence market behavior, especially for large limit orders. In the order book, limit orders are prioritized by price and then by time. The best price gets filled first, and if multiple orders are at the same price, the earliest one is filled first. Market orders take priority over limit orders because they're executed immediately at the best available price. The overall market environment can affect which order type is best. In calm, stable markets, market orders are usually safe. In volatile or thinly traded markets, limit orders offer more protection. Always consider current conditions before choosing your order type. Day traders often use market orders for quick entries and exits, while long-term investors may prefer limit orders to control their entry and exit prices. Your trading style plays a big role in which order type fits you best. Think about your approach before placing trades. Market orders are executed almost instantly, making them ideal for situations where speed is crucial. Limit orders may take longer to fill depending on market conditions and your specified price. Consider how quickly you need your trade to happen when choosing your order type. Some markets allow trading outside regular hours. Liquidity is often lower during these times, increasing the risk of price swings. Limit orders are generally safer for after-hours trading as they protect you from unexpected price changes. Always double-check your order details before submitting. Make sure you've selected the right order type, price, and quantity. Mistakes can be costly, especially with market orders that execute instantly. Taking a moment to review helps prevent errors. Most brokers offer mobile apps that let you place market and limit orders on the go. These apps make trading more accessible, but it's important to understand the order types before using them. A quick tap can execute a market order instantly, so always be sure of your choices. After your order is executed, you'll receive a report showing the details, price, quantity, and time. For market orders, check if the price matches your expectations. For limit orders, confirm that your order was filled at your set price. Reviewing these reports helps you understand how your trades are executed. Every order type carries some risk. Market orders risk slippage, while limit orders risk not being filled. Understanding these risks helps you make better decisions and manage your trades more effectively. Always weigh the pros and cons before choosing your order type. The same principles apply when trading cryptocurrencies. Market orders execute instantly at the best available price, while limit orders let you set your price. Crypto markets can be more volatile, so understanding order types is even more important for managing risk. In Forex trading, market and limit orders work similarly. Forex markets are highly liquid, so market orders are often filled quickly with minimal slippage. Limit orders are useful for setting entry or exit points in advance, especially during major news events. Commodities trading also uses market and limit orders. Because commodity prices can be volatile, limit orders are popular for managing risk. Market orders are used when quick execution is needed, but always be aware of potential price swings. Options trading involves more complexity, but market and limit orders are still the basics. Because options can have wider price spreads, limit orders are often preferred to control the price. Market orders may result in less favorable prices, especially in less liquid options. Exchange-traded funds or ETFs are traded like stocks. Market and limit orders work the same way. Because ETFs can be highly liquid, market orders are often safe, but limit orders can help you avoid surprises during volatile periods. Mutual funds are different because trades are executed at the end of the trading day at the fund's net asset value. Market and limit orders don't apply in the same way, but understanding order types is still useful for other investments you might make. Regulations can affect how orders are handled. Some markets have rules to protect investors from extreme price swings, such as circuit breakers or price bands. These rules can impact how and when your orders are filled, especially during periods of high volatility. The type of order you use can affect your tax situation, especially if you're trading frequently. Market orders may result in more trades and potentially higher taxes, while limit orders can help you control when trades happen. Always consult a tax professional for advice. To sum up, market orders are all about speed and certainty of execution, but you give up control over the price. Limit orders give you control over the price, but there's no guarantee your trade will be filled. Knowing when to use each type is essential for successful trading. Choosing between a market order and a limit order depends on your goals, the asset you're trading, and current market conditions. Take time to understand both types and practice using them in a demo account if possible. With experience, you'll develop a sense for which order type works best for your trading style. Happy trading!